The Untouchable True School Sports Empire proudly presents something the boxing games were missing. Hey, what's going on? It's your boy BT, and I came here to talk some boxing with the thousands of True School Sports subscribers. Now, right now, I'm at Aventura Mall doing some shopping right now, enjoying my Sunday. But I wanted to make this video right quick just to get my thoughts on some things in the lightweight division following the Ryan Garcia fight. You know, Ryan Garcia last night, he answered the bell in a major way by getting up out the canvas to stop Luke Campbell. It was a really good performance from him. Now, you look at 135, right? You look at Teofimo Lopez and what he did in October, you know, when he beat Lomachenko. You look at Ryan Garcia and what he did in beating Luke Campbell, in the way he beat Luke Campbell. And you look at Gervonta Davis, even though he fought what was a blown-up featherweight, you know, Gervonta Davis, still, it was a big fight, you know, and he performed, and that means something. It was a big fight, and he performed under the lights. So, the way I see it is like Devin Haney, as good as he is, as talented as he is, and he is very talented. You know, he's the odd man out right now because all of his counterparts have all had some sort of like, they've had their moment recently. Like Teofimo had his moment, Ryan Garcia had his moment, Gervonta Davis has had his moment. Devin Haney hasn't really had one of those moments, and he was supposed to have that moment against Campbell, and he won, and we give him credit because he did do something in that fight that nobody's done. You know, he did outbox Campbell, who, for better or for worse, is a gold medalist. You know, shout out to him. But in 2020, Devin's got to really have that breakout fight. He's got to have his moment because there's starting to become a separation between what Lopez is doing, what Garcia is doing, what Tank is doing, and where Haney's at right now. Now, I know he is the youngest out of all of them, but he has had more fights than most of those guys, so that's all I want to see. And I think the fight that could really do that for Devin Haney would be if he fought Masayoshi Nakatani. You know, Nakatani is a guy that's coming off of a massive win over Felix Verdejo, where he showed a lot of grit, a lot of heart, a lot of intensity, and he showed something. Like he announced himself as a player, as somebody to be reckoned with at 135. His last fight, he boxed Teofimo Lopez, and in my opinion, gave him the toughest fight of his career. So, you know, I'm looking forward to seeing what Devin Haney's gonna do. But I think that's the way to go. If anybody's out there, you know, Bill Haney, the Haney team, Devin Haney Promotions, if you see this video, fight Nakatani. If you guys beat him, that'd be a big feather in your cap because of the fact of who he's boxed his last two fights. He's boxed, he has common opponents with guys that Devin's trying to fight. So if Devin can look sensational against him, then that helps Devin out. That actually gives credence to Devin. Devin's now in a bigger position of strength to negotiate a fight. Because right now, you look at, if he negotiates a fight with Teofimo Lopez, he just beat Lomachenko. He's, you know, in many people's estimation, the undisputed champion. I know you guys are going to disagree, but he's the man at 135, either way you slice it. Ryan Garcia just beat Luke Campbell in what was a scintillating, star-making type of a fight where he had to actually overcome some adversity. And on top of that, he's, in terms of popularity and Instagram followers and all that nonsense, he's top of the top, maybe in all of boxing in America. You see what I'm saying? So Devin doesn't really have any strength to negotiate anything other than the fact that he's got a belt, which people don't even look at him as a real champion. So I want to see Devin Haney succeed. I want Devin to fulfill his potential, but it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen if he's fighting Gamboas and old Gamboas and going 12 rounds with him. So the fight that I think would take him to that next level, if he's what they say he is, and if he can look good and sensational doing it, is a Nakatani fight. And Nakatani, I know, he's like higher risk, low reward. You know, in terms of like the name, because he's not a big name. He doesn't got a title. So there's plenty of reasons to not fight him. But if you want to gain any sort of leverage at the negotiating table, I think that's the route you go. That's the guy you fight. You know, shout out to Devin Haney, man. You know, Devin Haney, he's one of the youngest in charge, one of the youngest doing it in boxing. You know, making lots of money and getting a lot of attention. He's one of those guys that, whether you like him or not, he is one of the ambassadors to the sport for the younger generation. So we want to see Devin Haney fulfill his potential. We want to see Devin Haney become his best version of himself. And we don't want to see Devin Haney trying to fight guys who are old or, you know, past their prime or guys from smaller weight classes like Gary Russell. No, we don't want to see that. We want to see Devin Haney, you know, step up to the plate, fight a full-fledged, you know, world-recognized lightweight contender and or champion, and really show that he's that guy. Because if you want to really dissect it and get to the core of what Devin Haney is in boxing right now, he's the guy who had a lot of amateur pedigree, a lot of amateur accomplishments and exploits, but he's a guy that really hasn't done anything in the pros. He's literally famous for sparring. Everything here about Devin Haney is sparring. Oh, I did good against Mayweather in sparring. I did good against Teofimo Lopez in sparring. So everything is just hearsay, you know? So I'm gonna leave it at that. Get to my shopping. You guys have a great day. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. What do you think about Devin Haney? I think he's the odd man out. He's got to play a little bit of catch up here in 2021 already because of Ryan Garcia, but I think it's good. There's nothing in boxing like some good, healthy competition. So I think if he approaches it right, this could be the best thing that's happening to Devin Haney right now. But leave your comments down below. Take the time to subscribe. And like I say in every single one of these videos, you can love me or you can hate me, but I'm just a kid from Daniel. So until next time, take care, guys.